We're humans. It's natural for us to compare to the next person. And even a fish probably would do the same. A polar bear. What I'm gonna do all this digging for if you ain't doing no digging? I might as well chill. Hey, hey y'all. Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Nurse B. And today I really wanted to address relationship building as an entrepreneur because I feel like a lot of people when they first get into entrepreneurship or they get into the business owner arena, they're really shocked. Like, like you're really shocked that your family and your friends are not supporting you. But I really want to talk about today why that is and what you need to do when this happens. So watch this video until the end. I'm pretty sure that you will gain some knowledge and insight on what you need to do thereafter when these people start acting funny. So yeah, let's continue. Okay, so the things that I want to talk about today are essential things, essential steps, and components of entrepreneurship because everybody can't do it. Okay, everybody's not meant to be a business owner, everybody's not meant to be an entrepreneur, and I'm just gonna leave it at that. Okay, because I feel like entrepreneurship is really glorified these days, and it's not that it's not that type of thing that's all peaches and cream. It's not that type of thing that's just wonderful all the time. Okay. So the first thing you really need to understand when you are an entrepreneur and you go into business for yourself is you. You know, I know y'all probably thought I was going to say your why or, who you want to serve or what you want to sell. But the first thing you really need to do as an entrepreneur, as a business owner, somebody that is serving the community or a customer or whoever, self awareness. Okay. You need to be self aware of your own self. Okay. So, really learning how to learn yourself, trust yourself, and love yourself. Those are the three biggest components that you're going to need to master. Okay. We're talking about mastery in this video. Okay. So, loving yourself is loving your flaws. Okay. Asking yourself, why do I do that? Why do I react that way? Why do I do what I do? Because you have to adopt a level of emotional intelligence and emotional maturity as an entrepreneur because you cannot let situations make or break you. Okay. That type of time is in the past, and that is for the people that are in the job quadrant. Okay. So learning yourself, loving yourself, and trusting yourself. This looks like you taking the time out to understand why you react the way you do. This is the time to understand why you have such an attitude problem. This is the time to understand why you cry so much or understanding why you may pop off on somebody. This is the time where getting a journal will be beneficial. This will be a time where taking yourself out on solo dates will be beneficial. This will be a time where doing personal development will be beneficial because you're going to have to become somebody you never became before. Okay. So the first key to building relationships and building connections and entrepreneurship is learning yourself. Okay, being okay with being alone because there's a different type of energy, a different type of vibe. You just got to be different. Okay, you just got to be different. So that is the first thing that you really want to do is be self-aware of yourself, what you don't like, what you do like, what you can handle, what you will handle. Okay, so that is like the first key thing that you really want to do. And for me personally, I was serious. I don't really expect anybody to be as serious about their own personal development, self-awareness as I was, but I feel like because I had a traumatic background, my dad was abusive, my mom was a single parent, like I had a lot of baggage, a lot of trauma, a lot of things that I really don't want to transfer to my customers. You know, a lot of things that I don't want to transfer to new connections and situations. So, me being aware of myself, my triggers, the things I like and don't like, this was really something that I never even did before. I never really learned myself before. And it's an ongoing journey, I will say. But the first 2 years of my entrepreneurship lifestyle and journey, I really spent that time reading books, writing, listening to audios, and just becoming this person that I really saw. Because I think that ultimately we want to be our higher self, but we may not know how to get there. We may not know what to do. We may not know what she's going to say, how she's going to say it. So you have to really take it day by day, step by step. And it takes training. You know, when you're an entrepreneur, it's not being in the corporate world. It's not like getting a degree. It has its similarities, but you are in control. You have to hold yourself accountable and you have to adopt a level of self-discipline. So you will never begin to trust yourself enough if you are not self-aware. You know, because if you never held yourself accountable to do certain things, because you know how so many people be like, oh, I'm gonna lose 50 pounds this year. I'm gonna do this year. I'm gonna make 100,000 this year. If you never held yourself accountable to those things, then 9 times out of 10, you probably don't even trust yourself. You probably don't even trust yourself to do the things that you say you're going to do, because a lot of us are self-sabotaging ourselves because we never made ourselves happy. We have been relying on other people for our happiness. We have been relying on other people for the things that we experience, and we have been relying on other people for love. So, as an entrepreneur, as a business owner, somebody who wants to create money, income, revenue from the things that they have, whether it be skills, whether it be products, whether it be all of the above, you have to trust yourself. So learning yourself and having that self-awareness, it has to be key, because you have to realize that no matter who leaves, no matter what anybody else does, you are the common denominator. Okay. Second thing that I want to address is setting boundaries. Okay. And setting boundaries are not going to really come until you're self aware. So don't think that you could skip the first step, because you can. Okay. Having boundaries is going to come next, because once you're learning yourself, you're loving yourself, you're trusting yourself, now you know what you like. You know, before you didn't know what you liked, you didn't know what you was accepting, you didn't know, you didn't know nothing. So you was just accepting whatever. You know, you was just letting old girl treat you all the type of way. You was letting old boy treat you any type of way. You was letting your friends do whatever. You was a yes man. I know. I know I've been there before. So now that you're self aware and you trust yourself on an individualized level, now you could be like, hold on, we're not doing that. This ain't that. We're not on that type of time. You can be in alignment with the things that you desire, because now you know what you actually desire. There's no skipping the self-awareness part, because honestly, a lot of us, we don't even want to uncover those dark spaces. We don't want to go into the shadow spaces, but you addressing and confronting your shadow self is going to allow you to meet your higher self. That was a word. That was a word for somebody, so I hope y'all wrote it down. If you cannot address your shadow self, how can you meet your higher self? Make it make sense. Okay, but like I was saying, you know, you will never know what you like until you address it, until you find it out. You know, with that being said, also setting goals for yourself, setting boundaries is also going to be aligned with setting goals, because you're not going to do certain things because you know that I have a goal to get here. I have a goal to go there. I have a goal to make this, and I have a goal to make this happen. So whoever's in my way, you got to go. Unfortunately, you have to go. And you know that you be in alignment with your goals and where you see yourself, it doesn't matter about anybody else, anything else, because you believe that everything is going to fall in place because now you deserve the good things. You deserve good things to happen to you. You know, all of these things are going to be something that you have to work on a everyday basis. Okay, building relationships as an entrepreneur is going to be you actively building a relationship with yourself. Okay, so even if it's a part of you or aspect of you that you have not addressed or whatever, if it's getting in the way of your business, if it's getting in the way of your customer service, if it's getting in the way of your consistency, then I think that you should address it. Yes, we do have people that can just go throughout life, and you know it's a lot of men, because I don't want to single y'all out, men, but I will say, like, sometimes y'all don't be tapped into y'all emotions. Y'all just be like, work, 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 let's go get it, we're gonna chase this money, we hustling. And honestly, a lot of women, I can only go off my own perspective. Women are flow based. Okay, we're spiritual beings, and we are going to be more in a flow state. I recommend a flow state for everybody because you won't have to force anything. You will just be in a space of acceptance. Okay, so when you are in a level of acceptance with yourself and your situation, then you will be able to set the appropriate boundaries necessary, and it will show people how to treat you. It will tell people, it will teach people how to treat you. And I know some people be like, oh, you shouldn't have to teach people how to treat you. But if certain people have never been around you and you don't have any boundaries, you just allowing them to do whatever, how do they know what you are willing to accept and what you're not? Just like a mother, like if your mother let you do everything and anything that you wanted to do, how do you think that you would have turned out? You know, I feel like I am grateful for the times that I failed, I made mistakes, I got in trouble, and it caused me to know what's right. It caused me to know what is it that I do need to do to become successful, because I don't want to do that anymore. I don't want to get in trouble anymore. I don't want to make you. I don't want to make this person disappointed in me anymore. So that's how you know if these people, places, or things are supposed to be in your life, because they actually continue to show up being better. And I feel like sometimes, like when we're on a road to success, we have become entrepreneurs, people want to challenge us, like, oh, you didn't used to care about that, oh, that's not what you used to do. Stop applying the old me to the new me, because every single day you should be elevating. No, you should not look at me like how I was looking last year. You know, and now that I am, you know, this successful business owner, regardless of if I reach the ultimate success or not, you know, people always be coming to me, oh, I remember being with you in high school, and oh, when we were in high school, and oh, I'm sorry that this happened, and oh, you know, people will try to spin the block. But the reality is that now that you're more self aware of yourself, you love yourself, trust yourself, and you know yourself, you already know that it's not that type of time. Okay, you already know that this is not that. So it's okay to be cool and kiki with somebody, but you also have to stand your ground and be assertive sometimes. Like, you do. Okay, it's required. Okay, so because you have these boundaries, you're in alignment, you're assertive, you understand the assignment, now you're understanding your goals and where you see yourself, because sometimes it's our shadow self that we have to address and we have to overcome in order to meet our higher self. So now that you are overcoming battles and these different hardships, and when people come back, like I've had all I don't know. I don't want to say that. I was gonna say the exes will spin the block, but when people start seeing you do better, they want to be a part of your life. But just because they want to be a part of your life, that do not give them the ticket to pass go, because now you have these boundaries, you have these standards for yourself. Never let nobody tell you that you have high standards. Never let nobody tell you that, oh, you can accept that, or what you're not accepting or what you are accepting is not okay, because now you trust yourself. You know what type of boundaries you need to have. So to be in alignment with your goals and the success that you desire to see, you got to put you first. You got to be unapologetic, and you have to master the levels that you're going to face. If you just started, you're on level 1, dominate level 1. If you're on level 3 and you've been in the game 3 years, 4 years, master level 4. No matter where you are on your journey as an entrepreneur, the relationship building with yourself will never stop. I don't care if your mama left, your daddy left, your sister left, your best friend left. Never leave yourself. Never leave yourself, because you trust yourself. You trust that innate ability to get to step 1, to step 10, to step 100. So if you believe that, there's no reason for you to have anybody around you that's not doing that. And that's a segue into the last tip, keeping it moving. Okay, Kim, we got to be just like Kim, keeping it moving. Because the reality is everybody can't go. Everybody's not going to be on your level. And that's why you have to recognize when it's time to go and when it's time to show. No, but yeah, for real, for real, for real. If the visions aren't aligned, now is not the time. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. You just smoke too much. You just don't do anything. And there's nothing wrong with the job. There's nothing wrong with the 9 to 5. There's nothing wrong with the call center. There's nothing wrong working at KFC. But the truth of the matter is, if that's not where I see myself, I'm just gonna place you where you're supposed to be. Think about it, like if you got 5 friends, 4 of those friends, three, you could say three of those friends are making like 20 or 30,000. You have another friend that's making maybe 50, and you're the only friend amongst the crew that was making 100 last year. This year you only made 65, and you're trying to figure out what happened. But you have to realize, like, the people that are making the least amount of money, they're probably way more comfortable than you are, because successful people find comfort in being uncomfortable. So if somebody is making like 30, 40,000, nothing wrong with that. Okay, nothing's wrong with that. But when you're on the phone with them, they sleep. When you on the phone with them, they chilling, they watching TV, they asking you what happened to Real Housewives. They asking you what's the latest gossip. They talking about bullshit. Bullshit. That's the only thing they have to offer. Bullshit. So at this time, you're wasting time because you're talking to them. They're not talking about shit. So you're trying to figure out what to do. What's the move? What's going on? But when you start to do your own stuff, when you start to be more productive, you like, well, you know what? I don't even have to do that much because, so and so, she don't even really be doing that much. She cool. I know if I did this today and she just chilling all day, I'm doing better than her. So you're going to naturally compare yourself to your friends, naturally compare yourself to the people that are in proximity to you. So if everybody around you is very lax and you're the only one that's always taking action, what do you think is about to come of that? So that's what I'm saying. Like, having a different level of accountability and discipline is going to take you way further than you following your friends. Sometimes when you are a leader and you want to be within that leadership realm, you have to lead yourself first, and you have to realize that it's not going to be easy, it's not going to be comfortable, it's not going to be something that you may like all the time. But because you are in alignment with your goals and where you see yourself, I might have to just talk to her on the weekends. I might just have to see her on her birthday. I might have to decide not to go out this weekend because I know that I need to get my business plan in place. I know that I need to make some content. I know that I need to record that video. I know that I need to edit. I know that I probably should create a budget for myself instead of going out, because your level of fun, your level of the things that you desire are going to begin to be so much different from these other people. So that is why, like, having these new relationships and these new connections, because now you're going to start going to events. You're going to be like, okay, I need some new friends. And if you're not saying, I need some new friends, I need some new connections, that's what you need to be looking at. Because the truth of the matter is, I would never recommend anybody to do it alone. I would never recommend somebody to just do it without learning themselves, without reading, without growing, because you never know what you don't know. And if you don't know and you never try to figure out, you're going to continue to be ignorant. You're going to continue to be unprepared. You're going to continue to be in a space of stagnicity. Yo, I don't even know if that's a word, but being stagnant and being in the same space, like time and time again, is nobody's fault but your own. So if you're blaming the lack of growth in your business, the lack of growth within yourself, the lack of growth in your environment on other people, you're dead wrong. You're dead wrong, because your inability to do hard things, say hard things, and hold yourself accountable, it's why you're looking like that. It's why your business failed. It's why you're sitting here thinking so much about creating content, because of the people that you're around and the things that you're doing. You still don't trust yourself. So that is why building relationships as an entrepreneur starts with you. I could tell you all day, yeah, it's your mama fault. It's your daddy fault. It's because you was abused when you was a kid. It's because you was molested. But the truth of the matter is, it could be that. It could be that. But we all have a choice. That is what it all boils down to. We all have a choice to do the right thing. And the right thing for me may be the totally different thing for you. So that is why self-awareness has to be key in this whole journey. Getting to know yourself, getting comfortable with being alone, taking yourself on some dates, going on a walk. It's really a requirement if you ask me. I mean, I done cut so many people off, just, and not even because I was mad at them, just because I'm so locked in on me. I'm so locked in on this next level. I'm so serious about where I'm going and being in alignment with my goals. Baby, if you too lazy, you not doing too much, you not talking about nothing new, no success, you don't have no plans, that's not the type of conversation I need, because humans, okay? We're humans. It's natural for us to compare to the next person. And even a fish probably would do the same. A polar bear. What I'm gonna do all this digging for if you ain't doing no digging? I might as well chill. So I can't really allow myself to be around people that are not hustling, that are not grinding, that are not actively preparing for another level, because who I am today is not who I'm going to be 6 months from now, a year from now, 6 years, baby, please. Please. So, what I really want y'all to do is get a journal, get a book, get some pens and some post-its. Okay. Learn to put positive affirmations on post-its around your house. Put them in your mirror, on your bathroom mirror, on your bedroom mirror, on the kitchen, on the refrigerator, whatever it is that you need to do to say to yourself, to love yourself more, to trust yourself more on a regular basis, and trust that the universe is working for you and with you. Do that. Get a journal to write down the things that you don't want to say to other people. Writing down the things that your shadow self may need healed. The trauma, the abuse, the lack of support. Pour all of that into that notebook. Start talking about it, start addressing it, and start loving yourself, thanking yourself, and being proud of yourself. All of this stuff that I just mentioned in this video, and you watched it to the end, it's work. It's not easy. You might cry. You might not want to talk to anybody for some time. You might be disgusted with yourself, but learn to forgive. Forgive yourself and forgive others. Because as you learn yourself and you're more aware of yourself, you will realize that a lot of people, the way that they act, it's not even their fault. It's not even their fault. Grab the four agreements and you will realize that we're all living our own movies. We're all playing a part in our own plays. So when you write that shit down and you know why you did this and what a trigger is and what you need to do to love on yourself more, because sometimes we look at other people to love us and we never loved ourselves that way. If you desire things from a man, woman, boy, or girl, give it to yourself first. Treat yourself how you want other people to treat you. And that's how I'm going to end it, my loves. I really hope that this message was able to resonate and this message was able to reach who it needed to reach, because I just needed to get it out there. Because I know a lot of people be trying to figure out, like, where's my friends? Why am I lonely? Why am I talking to anybody? And just stop asking why and start embracing the moments that you have by yourself. Start embracing the times that you could sit and you could talk to yourself, because it's only a moment in time. Times always change. Things always change, and it's going to be some new people that's going to come in your life, some new opportunities, some new things that you're going to have to be prepared for. So, this alone time, this downtime is really preparation for the blessing. Okay, that was the real message. Okay, preparation for the blessing. You about to get ready to eat, and sometimes before you eat, what you have to do? Prepare the table, wash your hands, do you. That's it. Don't worry about nobody else. Okay. So that's all I have today, you guys. Thank you guys for watching. Hey, all of the new subscribers. Hey, you guys. And please, if you are new here, subscribe to my channel. Comment below any other videos that y'all like. If y'all like the vlogs, if y'all like the information, let me know what y'all are feeling. And thank y'all. Thank y'all for being here. Thank y'all for watching me. And thank y'all for supporting your girl, because it's not easy. It's not easy. Like, I feel like as soon as you be trying to do something new, everything starts to go wrong. So this is me staying accountable and here to serve y'all. So with that being said, bye.